everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So this is the second drawer of my blush collection. The majority of these blushes are like my higher end blushes. I have a few drugstore in here, but for the most part these are my higher end blushes, so I may not do as good with this drawer as I did with the last one. Again, like I said in the first video, if there's anything that I'm going to declutter and if it's worth selling, I'm going to put it on my Mercari site. I'll leave the information linked down below, and the rest of the stuff I'll either be throwing away if it's bad or passing along to friends and family. So this here is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of her like blush trios. I really want to get a couple of the other ones. This one's in the color Peachy Love. I like wearing these individually or swirling them together. I think the formulation is really nice on these blush trios. I think they're really nice and pigmented but still blendable. Definitely going to be keeping this one. Just like in the last video, I'm going to be showing you guys swatches as I go through everything. So then I have these from Wet n Wild. This one right here is in apricot in the middle. Then I have Mellow Wine, and these are like the new formulation ones. This one is in Rosé Champagne, which honestly is more like a highlighter on me. And then the last one I have here is in Pearlescent Pink. Honestly, I'm going to get rid of the old Pearlescent Pink, and I'm going to keep these three. Alright, I have three here from Kat Von D. The first one is in the color Love Song. It's like a really bright, kind of like Pepto-Bismol-y pink with a little bit of silver shimmer running through it. Then I have Por Vida, which is this gorgeous coral color. This is one of my favorite blushes to wear in the summertime. These are very, very pigmented. And then this one is in Heartagram, which is a really pretty, like, plummy color. I just love the formulation of these blushes, so I'm going to be keeping those. I have two here from e.l.f. I think these are like $1 or $3 or something like that. This one's just really powdery. This one's in the color Tickled Pink. I don't know, it's a really nice color. I'm going to keep it and play around with it just a little bit longer, but honestly I'm thinking about decluttering it. But this one is my favorite one, and this is in the color Mellow Mauve. And the reason I like this is because it has a little bit of like an iridescent sheen to it. It's just really, really pretty, and it kind of glows on the cheeks. So I think I am going to pass on Tickled Pink and keep the Mellow Mauve one. I have four blushes here from NARS, and I honestly don't think I'm going to declutter any of these. This first one is in Outlaw. This is one of the more recent ones that I picked up, and I think it's just a beautiful color. This one is in Passion, and this definitely is one of the newer ones that I picked up, I want to say for the holidays or for my birthday last year, and it's just such a pretty color, and I've been waiting for spring to pull this blush out. Then I have Narsin. I love this blush. Definitely one of my favorites for the winter time. It also has like a really pretty gold sheen through it. And then the last one is in the color Amour. And this is just a very standard like rosy blush, but I like the NARS formulation, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. And then I have an Hourglass blush. This is in the color Mood Exposure. I've talked about this several times. This is one of my favorite blush formulation. I don't have that many of the singles of the Hourglass blushes just because they're so expensive, but I do pick up their holiday palettes. I think you get a little more bang for your buck in the holiday palette. So then I have two of these Dual Intensity blushes from NARS. This is in the color Fervor. Definitely keeping this one. And then I have Adoration. This is more like a highlight and blush duo. So I'm keeping both of those, but I think I'm actually going to pass on this one. This is the Illamasqua Powder Blush in the color Thrust. I really like this color, but I have two colors in my collection already that are very similar, but I don't know, I just like the colors of them so much more. So I have Bittersweet and Ultraviolet, which on camera they look very, very different. Ultraviolet is a little bit lighter than Bittersweet, so that's why I'm keeping that one and Bittersweet, but honestly I prefer the tone of these so much more to this one. Alright, we're gonna go through these one by one. I honestly, I'm thinking about getting rid of most of these because I hate the packaging so much on these. Some of these I haven't even touched, so honestly I may just like pass them along and sell them as like a little bundle, but I know right off the bat I'm going to get rid of this one. This is in the shade Suede. It's an odd shade. It didn't really look right on me. I'd heard a few people talk about it, but I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and pass that one along. I know I'm definitely keeping Rose Gold. This is such a gorgeous color. So many people talk about this. It's a dupe for NARS Orgasm. I'm also going to keep Pomegranate. This is also a gorgeous blush, perfect for the fall time. I'm also going to keep Coral. This is like a more muted down, kind of like peachy blush. I think I'm going to keep this middle one. This one is in Takes a Shine. These two are very, very similar. This color right here in Pixie Pink is a little bit lighter, and this one right here in Flamingo is a little bit darker, just a hint. So this one's kind of like a perfect in-between one. But I'm going to pass these two along because these are brand new. I haven't swatched these. These are my blushes from Marc Jacobs. This one is in Kinks and Kisses. I picked this blush up maybe about a year ago for my birthday. I also have the color Flesh and Fantasy, which is a more nudie color, and then the last one I have here is in Lines and Last Night, and this is the more corally shade. I love the formulation of these blushes, so I'm definitely going to be keeping these. And I have one blush here from Lancome, and this is a really pretty nude color in Cedar Rose, keeping that one. I have three blushes here from Estee Lauder. I'm trying not to blind you guys with this packaging because it's very, very reflective. I have an ombre blush in the color Witty Peach. This is a satin finish blush. I picked this one up at a CCO, and I just thought it was absolutely stunning. Then I have a shimmer blush in the color Pink Passion. I really like the formulation of these blushes, but I do think they are overly priced. The only reason I picked them up is because they were at a CCO. And then I have the color Rebel Rose, and Rebel Rose is a satin finish blush. I have one here from Bare Minerals. This is in like a limited edition packaging. This one is in the Natural High, and this one is like a peachy pink with a gold shimmer to it, so I'm keeping that one. I have one here from Tom Ford. I featured this in my weekly makeup basket recently. It's just a really pretty, like, rosy color in the color Wicked, or in the shade Wicked. The formula didn't last as long as I expected it to for such a high-end blush, so I probably wouldn't pick up another one of those, even if I did pick them up at a CCO. These two are from Dose of Colors. These were from their Mint collection. This first one is in Amazement, which is a really pretty, like, peachy color, and the next one is in Statement, which is a more pinky one. I'm definitely keeping those two. Alright, so I have two here from Estee Lauder. These are the Estee Edit blushes. This one is in the shade First Lover, which is a really pretty nude color, but I think I may actually declutter this one. I haven't even swatched it. It's still brand new. This is in the color Koi Coral. I think I actually may get rid of a lot of these Milani blushes. So let's go ahead and swatch these. This is in Bella Bellini. This is pretty much just like the Sleek blush. So I think I'm going to pass the Bella Bellini one along. This one is in Luminoso, which is honestly the only one out of all of these that I really, really like. I have Berry Amore. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And then I have Dolce Pink. I think they're really pretty luminous blushes, but I have some Laura Geller blushes that have a very similar, like, baked, marbled shimmer formulation, and I like those ones so much better than the Milani ones. Alright, so these are all of my Ciate London, I think these are called like the Glow 2 Illuminating blushes. This one's in the shade Into Deep. Next one is in Date Night. Then we have Baby Doll. Next we have Matchmaker. And the last one I have here is Summer Love, which Summer Love is probably my favorite out of all of them. It is just such a beautiful, like, peachy shimmery blush. I have two here from Bare Minerals, and I wore these during a recent weekly makeup basket. I think I'm just gonna sell these as a set because I have so many like subtle blushes. These basically end up being like a really nice like subtle blush on me. This one's in the shade The Big Break. Loved it when I wore it, but I just have a few subtle blushes already in my collection. I'm gonna reach for over these. This one's a little bit more of like a rosy with a gold shimmer. This one's in the Sure Thing, and the other one, I'm not sure if I said it, was in the Big Break. It also has like a really nice sheen to it. And then there's no way I'm getting rid of any of these. These are the Balm In Stain blushes, and then I have the Hot Mama blush. I'm sure you guys have seen these. The Hot Mama blush is a dupe for NARS Orgasm. Definitely keeping that one. This hot pink one is in the color Lace. Then we have a more plummy mauve one. This is in Pinstripe. A beautiful corally one in Swiss Dot. Really pretty pink one in Argyle. And then a mauve one in Houndstooth. You know what? I'm actually going to compare these to the Sleek blushes that I decided to keep because I hate the packaging of the Sleek blushes so much. But I'm going to get rid of Pomegranate because it's so similar to Houndstooth. So I'm getting rid of Pomegranate. I'm going to get rid of this one right here in Life's a Peach. It's a little bit brighter than Swiss Dot, but I like Swiss Dot so much more. I'm going to keep this one in Coral because, again, I just think it's such a unique color. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the pink one in Take a Shine because I like the pink one from the Balm so much better. Wow, I'm actually getting rid of a lot more than I thought I was. Alright, I have one blush here from CoverGirl. This is the True Blend blush in the medium shade. I really like these, but I honestly don't think I'm going to get any of the other ones because I think they're a little too dark for me, but I love the formulation of this. These two, honestly, they're just really pretty to look at, but I've never actually used these. These are both from Essence. These are their Blush Up brushes. Blush Up blushes. I keep saying brushes. Sorry, guys. But you have the color 10 Heat Wave and 20 Pinky Flow. I don't think I've swatched Pinky Flow. I've only swatched Heat Wave. Ugh, it pains me, but I think I'm going to actually declutter these. There's no point. Someone else is going to get better use out of those blushes. These three, however, I am definitely keeping. These are from BH Cosmetics, and these are some of the most underrated blushes. This first one is in Honolulu Hideaway, and you can either focus on like the flower section or kind of swirl everything together, and you can also just focus on like the pinky version, and you're essentially going to get 3 different tones of blushes with these. But the formula is just, they feel, I don't want to say powdery. They're not quite like powdery, but they're very, very soft. And they have this oh so slight shimmer running through them. It's not enough where it's like a Milani like shimmery blush. They're just so good. Then you have this one, which is in Caribbean Coral, which is a more corally one. And this one is definitely like the more like plummy mauve of all of them. This is in Fiji Fun. I love the formulation of these. Like I said, I think they're very, very underrated. Alright, let's talk about these bad boys here. These are all from the Balm, but these are like their square blushes. So I have Balm Beach, which is like a newer addition to my collection. It's a pretty neutral everyday blush. This is Balm Springs, which is a more like rosy version. I think there's one more I want to pick up that's like the Balm I think from the Balm collection. There's Balm Beach, Balm Springs, and like Balm something, but I think it's more of like a bronzer shade. Then I have these. These are Cabana Boy, Frat Boy, and Down Boy. I love these. Down Boy is more of like a pinky, like Pepto-Bismol-y pinky blush. Frat Boy is the more peachy pink one. Amazing formula. These stay on the cheeks forever. And then Cabana Boy is very similar, like NARS Sin, I would say, maybe even a little bit deeper, but it has that really nice like sheen to it as well. Not super sheeny, just a very, very subtle sheen to it. Alright, so then I have the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. Love this blush. No way I'm getting rid of that one. This one definitely has like a really pretty sheen to it. I have one blush here from Sigma. This is their Aura powder. I think I picked this up in like a bundle of blushes. I can't remember what I was purchasing, and this just kind of came along with it. It's pretty, but I have other blushes that I prefer, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. I have a MAC blush. This was the Fruity Juicy collection, and this is in the color Oh My Passion, or the shade Oh My Passion. It's honestly kind of like a bronzy blush. It's really, really pretty when you swirl everything together, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is supposed to be a face powder, but I honestly use it as a blush. Then you have the Trip to Light Fantastic powder. This is in the shade Highly Illogical. This was from the Star Trek collection. I actually think I'm going to put this in my bronzer drawer because it looks more like a bronzer shade to me. And this is in Strange New Worlds. This one's definitely more of like a bronzy, like peachy color. Really, really pretty. Definitely keeping that. I love these. These are, I can't remember, the Nutcracker collection, I think what it was called. This is a Magic Dust powder. This is in the shade Sweet Vision. Honestly, I just swatched it next to the Sleek powder, and I think I like the MAC one better than the Sleek one. So again, I'm going to get rid of another Sleek one. This is in the Rose Gold one, and I'm going to keep the MAC one because I like the MAC formulation so much better. I think honestly, it's just the packaging. I just really hate the packaging. And this one's in the shade Candy Yum Yum. I actually really like the color of that. Alright, I have a NYX Ombre blush. This is in the color Mauve. I love these blushes, but honestly, I don't think I would pick up any of the other shades because I think the other shades are just a little too intense, and I have blushes very, very similar to them in my collection already. So this is the only one I was really interested in picking up. And then I have 3 blushes here from Makeup Revolution. These are their matte blushes. I love these blushes. I picked these up a long time ago, and these are so buttery. They feel like silk. They last on the cheeks a really long time. I'm sorry, that first one is in the color Beloved. This one is the nude one. I hadn't even opened this one. This is in the color Fusion. But this is the more like, I don't know, like peachy, pinky, rosy color, which is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Alrighty, I have 2 blushes here from IT Cosmetics. These are their ombre blushes. This one is the Ombre Radiance in Je ne sais quoi. There's one more color, but I'm not really interested in that other color. But again, this is some of like the two-tone ombre blushes. Love it. And this one is my favorite. This is called Sugar Plum. It's just gorgeous. You can get a really pretty highlight out of this as well. This one is definitely more like luminous than the Je ne sais quoi one. I think it's more of a satin finish or closer to a matte-ish finish, but love the formulation of those. And so the last ones I have here are all of my Laura Geller blushes, and honestly I may only declutter a few of these. So the first 2 I think I'm gonna get rid of are the ombre blushes. I have the color Pink Passion. It's a really pretty ombre blush, but I don't know, I prefer the IT Cosmetics one over this formula. And then I have Peach Blossom. I think this is just too light of a blush for me, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one as well. I think I'm going to get rid of this one in Maui. This is one of their just like mono blushes. It's pretty. I just prefer their Baked Gelato Swirl blushes over these that don't have like marbling in them. And I'm just not using this one, so I think somebody will get better use out of this blush. This one's in the shade Roseberry. I'm going to go ahead and pass this one along, but I think I'm going to keep this one in the color Boysenberry. This one is in the shade Apricot Berry. I love these marbled blushes. These are the Blush and Brighten formulation, and they have such a gorgeous, gorgeous sheen to them. So keeping that one. I'm also going to keep the golden apricot. Oh, such a beautiful, beautiful blush. This is the baked blush and lychee rose. It's just a really nice like pinky blush color. Love it. This one is in the color berry. It's very, very similar to roseberry. I already said I was decluttering roseberry, so that's why I'm keeping berry and getting rid of roseberry. And then the last one I have here is, I think this was a limited edition one. This is in Pink Valentine. It's absolutely stunning. It's very, very shimmery, but it looks beautiful on the cheeks. Definitely an intense highlighter. I think I'm going to keep that one. I went ahead and compared it to a few of these other like orgasm type blushes. So this one here is the one from Bare Minerals. This is the Balm's Hot Mama, and then this is the MAC one. I think the Bare Minerals and Hot Mama are very, very similar, so I'm actually going to get rid of the Bare Minerals one. I'm going to keep the Hot Mama one because it's the more like subdued out of all of them, and I like the formulation of the Balm one. And then the MAC one, of course, I'm going to keep. It's kind of like in between that Laura Geller one and the Balm's Hot Mama. Alright, so looking at the last ones here, I honestly don't think I'm going to get rid of any of these. These are all of my Urban Decay Afterglow blushes. I may only get rid of one of these, but let's see. Let me go ahead and open all of these up. So right off the bat, I know I'm keeping Rapture. This is one of my favorite ones. It's very similar to that NYX Ombre blush in mauve. It's just a really pretty mauve-y blush. Keeping that one. I'm also going to keep Crush. I love this one. Also going to keep Bittersweet. It's just such a unique color, and I actually do get a lot of use out of this blush. So this one right here is in the color Score. This one right here is in Fetish. They're honestly so similar to each other. Score is just a little bit more on the pinky side, whereas Fetish is a little bit more mauve-y. I think I'm going to keep Fetish and Declutter Score. Then I'm definitely keeping this one in Video. This is like a really pretty like nudie shade. This one right here is in Indecent, which is like a matte peachy color. Keeping that one. This one right here is in Kinky, which has a little bit of shimmer. Alrighty, so these are all of my Lorac Color Source blushes. Right off the bat, I know I'm going to get rid of this one. This one is in Panorama. It's just too light of a blush for me, so getting rid of that one. I'm going to keep this one in Ultraviolet. It's very, very similar to the one Bittersweet from Urban Decay, but I just really like that blush. I really like that color. I'm going to keep this one in Chroma. This is in a limited edition packaging. I actually decluttered the one that I had in the normal packaging, and it's on sale right now on my Mercari site. I only swatched it once, but it's been sanitized. And then I'm keeping Technicolor. Love, love Technicolor. I love the formulation of these blushes. I'm also going to keep Spectra, which is like a pinky rosy color. I'm going to keep Luma, which is a pretty bright blush, but I actually really like that. And then I have Prism and Tinge. I may keep one of these and declutter the other, but we'll see. These always get me. Okay, I'm going to keep both of these. They look so much lighter in the pan, but when you swatch them or when you put them on your cheeks, it's like they deepen up or something. Like maybe they react with your skin and they get a little bit deeper. So I'm just going to keep both of those. Alright, last four here are my Cargo blushes. I have this pinky one with beautiful shimmer. Sorry, my hand is still a little bit wet. This is in the color Ibiza. Keeping that. My favorite blush is Tonga. Sorry, it's applying a little bit darker because my hand is still wet. But that's Tonga right there. This is in Los Cabos. And then the last one I have here is in Bali, which also has like a really pretty like sheen running through the blush. So that's it. That is my entire collection and declutter of my second drawer of blushes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. I'm actually proud of myself. I got rid of a lot more blushes than I thought I would. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!